Live on Your Sideline is sponsored by Side and Stricker Nobi John Deere.
The grills were burning, the Friday night playlist was in full swing, and our area teams were underneath those Friday night lights. Welcome into 5 on Your Sideline. I'm Ahmad Hicks.
And I'm Corey Miller. We have our mini introduction to the 2022 football season tonight. It's Jamboree Week. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? Some teams opened up their playbooks, while others kept their tricks in the bag for week one. Let's hit the fields. Ahmad, you're up first.
How about we start things with the defending champs? CBC taking on Ladue. Jeremiah Love was a difference maker all last season. He says, don't mind me, just picking up where I left off. But his teammate A.J. Brown said, hold up, man, ain't no fun unless we all get some. He rumbles off a few defenders for a cadet touchdown. They kick off their season in Canton, Ohio next weekend versus Milton from Georgia.
Well, that's cool.
Absolutely.
I'm jealous of that. Francis Howell Vikings, they have some big plans this year, and it all started tonight. Beauty of a play here, Ahmad. Just deal. He's going to go up, and then he's going to come down within the end zone. But that's not the best part. Here we go. Strike a pose, young man. Here we go. They get in the end zone again on this Jalen Pearson run. The Vikings are certainly one of the programs to watch in high school football this season.
Focusing on Ladue now, this is how you know it's not the real season. We couldn't even find the rosters anywhere, but I know the quarterback, Bo Dolan, dropping off a dime. His wide receiver, we'll know his name next week, I promise you. Now, taking on McClure North later on, don't blink when number 27 gets the ball because you may not see where he's going. In this case, it was the end zone. The Rams opened up on the road at Westminster next Friday.
That should be a good game, too. Let's go McClure North now. They're up. Just a mass of black and blue jerseys here. Let's see if you can follow the play. All right, there it is. North goes in for the end zone, into the end zone there for the score. Nice run. They'd score their next one in the air, though. They beat the Ladue defense out wide. Nice touchdown. Solan is up first in week one for North.
How about my Pioneers? Kirkwood has some big shoes to fill at quarterback after Lewis Kavanaugh graduated. Omar Hopkins connecting with Larry Robinson. Someone check his birth certificate. I was told he's a sophomore, but he looks like a grown man. And then later on defense, Cam Richardson picks off this Lafayette pass, and well, all he saw was green grass. But slow down, young fella. It's a jamboree. Vashon makes their way to Kirkwood next week.
Let's check out Troy now, coming off a great season last year, and this is a great jamboree run. Nick Bova refuses to go down, ends up in the end zone, and hits the handstand for good measure. Then it's going to be Nick Johnson, another nice run for Troy there. Big game against Hull for Troy coming up next week. That's a great rivalry.
All right, up next, Fort Zumwalt West, and we're going heavy on the defense here because that wins championships, right? First up, Andy Lesma gets into the backfield and finishes off the sack. Nice flow on the young man, too.
Flow.
Hey, you trying to grow out your hair, Corey?
I can't do that.
Okay, me neither. Then it's a host of Jaguars getting on the action with the hard tackle. They've got Eureka in week one. Big task.
You've seen me try to grow out my hair. It ain't pretty.
We have.
No rosters for Lafayette, but it's all good. Look at this great shot. I don't know what's better, the catch or the photographer's Tom Stasiak on that catch. We'll take both. Lancers kick things off versus Marquette next week.
Let's head to Eureka. Some great action there for their jamboree, and we're going to start with a bang thanks to Trey Haneke. Wait for the boom here. Boom! Ooh, bet the low man wins in football, Corey. Remember that. The Wildcats have some speed, too. Larry Reed takes this handoff, and he's going to be slippery through the Summit defense. They eventually drag him down. Eureka opens their season versus Zumwalt West.
Now, always tough, Rockwood Summit, and we're going defense first because, like you said, what does defense win?
That wins championships. Yes,
Fourth down, Falcons stand tall. They keep Eureka out of the end zone. That fires up the coaching staff, of course. Nice play on offense, too. Sam Bellamy is going to get the concentration. Hauls that one in right as he's getting tackled. Summit has Fox in week one.
All right, now it's Vianney's turn, and we got some offense and defense for you. Defense first. Ruben Hovey with the nice pick on the SLU quarterback and the team. They say, hey, that's what we're going to do all season long. And then they have some fun on the offense throwing dimes. Great pitch and catch right here. Jack Burke comes down for the touchdown. The Griffins would like to see that all year long.
The SLU Billikens have some new leadership and came out rolling tonight in the Jamboree. Marco Sansone was serving up passes on a silver platter. First, this one right at us. A little bit of a juke and into the end zone.
That's how we like it.
We're going to see another deep ball coming up right here. And
again,
the throw is great.
Different quarterback.
The catch might be even better. Look at this catch.
Ooh, 1 foot
Just sneaks the foot in. SLU has a big one against St. Mary's in week one.
He's ready for college. We're days away from the high school football season kicking off with all those jamborees that we talked about. And there's some big games to follow and some big stars, but none may be bigger than SLU's Ryan Wingo. Already listed as one of the top recruits in his class nationally, interim head coach Adam Cruz says he expects even bigger things from his junior captain this season.
And looking for him to take that next step. Last year, him and Chris formed an awesome tandem on the offensive side of the ball. Now Ryan has got to be the guy, and I know he's really excited to be that, and he's excited to do that. And also, he's so big in the special teams game, so big in the defensive game. Really looking for Ryan to just kind of be that complete player that he's already kind of shown he can be and continue taking those strides.
All right, back to the action. Zumwalt North's defense showed up tonight. Nice play, follows the runner after almost a fumble. They get the quick tackle still. St. Mary's pretty good too, Ahmad. I know you're going to have their highlights.
Yep, coming up.
Huge game against Francis Howell to open the season for Zumwalt North next week, though.
All right, how about some more defending champs? You just mentioned St. Mary's. You hear the guy in the camera right now. Yeah. Taking on Zumwalt North. Kevin Coleman wore number 3 last year. He's at Jackson State now, but this guy is Chase Hendricks. He'll wear 7 during the season, and him and his quarterback, they'll look to put up 7 all season long. David Leonard, a dime right there. The Dragons, like we said, have SLU next Friday.
Let's check out DeSmet under new head coach John Merritt, and it was a good start. Keyshawn Ford takes that pass and heads to the house. That's going to be a guy who's going to cause some problems this year for the defense.
They have really good players.
They
really
do.
Good, yeah.
Then they're going to air it out a little bit more. Tom Stasiak, another great shot.
He's getting
right
all the love.
into Dimitri and Cannon's hands for the score. That's pretty, Ahmad.
Oh, absolutely. Now, whenever you see these guys, just know they're going to be very disciplined and motivated. McClure taking on DeSmet, but this isn't how Coach Howard Brown probably drew things up. Good thing it's a jamboree. They begin with Cardinal Ritter on the road next Friday.